No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my fucking God! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
This video just in, she seems to shed more light on it. Here, let's watch it at regular speed. All right, so stand by. You can see a cop right there, and there goes her car. She gets shot, and then her car goes into a car nearby because she's no longer in control of it. Okay, we're going to slow it down, though. Let's slow it down because now we see where that third cop came from. He came from the front of her SUV. He was in the road as her SUV accelerated toward him. Stand by here. You can see it. There he is. He's right there. He's standing in the road, and her car comes for him. And it appears to be then that he opened fire. Okay, so look, right here, you can see a cop dressed in black. He's standing right there. Her car comes. He tries to get out of the way. And that's when we believe he opened fire. Let's watch it again. See the silver car that's parked? He's standing there in the road. Here comes her car. You can see him brace. He moves out of the way, and we believe opened fire. I'm sorry, but this is very supportive of the police's story. There still will be a debate on whether he should have shot, he should have opened fire, but this does support the statement that he felt he was about to get run over, and that's why he drew his firearm.
They got blood. They don't. She was in the car with her, bro. Or she tried to save her or something. Somebody. Hey, was you riding with her? Did you call any of your people yet?
I woke up to some commotion. I heard some whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed. And there was a car, the Honda Pilot that's crashed over there now. There was a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic. And the ICE agents got out and they were saying, get out of here, get out of here. And she was what looked like trying to turn around. And the ICE agent was in front of her car, and he pulled out a gun and put it right in, like, his midriff was on her bumper, and he reached across the hood of the car and shot her in the face. It's like 3-4 times. And then she must have just stepped on the gas. She stepped on the gas immediately, maybe got like 100 feet or so, and ran into the telephone pole and some cars, and then was slumped over in her car. And you could see she was probably gone. And there was a medic, there was a neighbor who's a physician who was yelling, "Can I please check the pulse?" There was no first responders. There were 0 first responders. They left her in her car, slumped over for 10-15 minutes, blocking us all. And eventually EMS got here, and they wouldn't let the bus in, so it was just the EMS workers, and they checked her out for a second, maybe five minutes or so, and then carried her out, no stretcher or anything, carried her out like a sack of fucking potatoes.
Can you describe a little bit about what this woman looked like? Was there anyone else in the car with her? Did you know if she was the target?
I don't know if she was a target. They clearly wanted her out of there because she was the main car leading the protest, is my understanding. I talked to another guy who was driving behind her, but she was very successful in blocking traffic. She was doing what she was set out to do, and so they wanted to get her the hell out of there. Yeah. So it looked like she was impeding ICE vehicles. Definitely, yeah. Okay. That was her goal. Do you have a read on her demographic? I think she was a white woman. Looked like I didn't see her when she was alive. Just slumped over in the car. It looked like she had dyed short curly hair. I have a video of her in the car. But yeah, no other description.
FAFO, but also my condolences. But let me just say this. If you try to run over a federal agent, you will get shot. Stop trying to spread this propaganda like ICE did something wrong. Move.
Oh my God, play stupid games, win stupid prize. So as you guys know, in Minneapolis, a lady was on a live. Her name, I'll post it here. On today's episode of Play Stupid Game, Win Stupid Prize, you cannot obstruct an officer's duty. You were feeling like the martyr, and so you were the martyr. You literally died for the cause. You died for the cause. And now you guys want to call it an act of domestic terrorism when that's not the fucking case. She was obstructing an ICE officer's job, their duty in Minnesota. If I did that and they shot me, oh, well, to me, because I knew that I shouldn't have been doing that. So I respect her. And again, let's be clear. Do you think that I would see ICE and not advocate for my friends, that are tax-paying, law-abiding? Absolutely. But I would not obstruct justice. That is an obstruction. Like, bro. And now everybody's on the internet all outraged. Oh my God. No, what's outrageous is ICE has a job to do. And nobody was going to feel bad for that agent if he got ran over by that car and passed away. They'd all be like, oh, it was ICE. Keep that same energy. Also, saying that you're outraged about the fraud in Minneapolis, but then obstructing an officer's view because you're mad about $19 billion, but it's not adding up. So you're mad at other people for not abiding by the law, but then you obstruct justice when the law comes in. Which fucking one is it?
Just a little advice for the protesters that continue to go out and impede on ICE operations and put the ICE agents' lives at danger. Don't do that, or you're going to lose your life or get very hurt. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. You can't get in your moving weapon, and then when the ICE agent, federal officer, by the way, asks you multiple times to get out, and then you get in your vehicle and you move to hit him? Yeah. They're gonna shoot you. I don't know how much more people can dumb it down. You cannot attack federal officers. I mean, do we have to spell it for you? Do we have to sing it? You can't attack them. This is so funny to me. We had all of the Democrats last night doing their vigil for January 6th. And guess what? They were very concerned and very heartbroken about all the federal officers, what they had to go through that day, everyone there at the Capitol. But you don't give a fuck about ICE. Like, I'm so done with you all. You all need to touch grass. Your revolution isn't working.
They're trying everything and anything to get Black and brown people in those streets en masse to do something to ICE. And I mean everything and anything. You know what's the quickest way to get a reaction from people? A dead white woman. And they know it. And they're trying to get everybody riled up, everybody up in arms. Don't fall for the bait, man. That's exactly what they want. They want you to go out in the streets and unalive ICE agents. That's what they want. They want to enact martial law so bad and blame it on Black and brown people so bad that they're willing to take out their own women to make a statement, to do so. Just saying.
Okay, the video is not over. That's just me being technically difficult. Hey, I want today, if we can, if I got some people in the room, I want today to be a discussion. This is something that has people going crazy all over social media. People have differing opinions. Some people feel the officer was justified. Some people feel like the woman was innocent. Natalie Holloway, that angel. Some people feel like this woman is the new George Floyd. Some people feel like this was orchestrated. Everything that Minnesota is doing is being done. The state of Minnesota is being done in an effort to create another George Floyd type of situation ahead of the midterms. Renee Nicole Good is dead today. And my condolences go out to her family, her wife, who was with her in the car, jumped out of the car, They say she was in the car in a video, but she was standing right on the side of the road and watched as her wife was shot by an ICE officer after allegedly attempting to run the officer over. I produced a video where I broke down the whole video, the whole incident, and I gave my opinion. I told you what I thought about the situation. I really want to see if I can get some other people's opinion on the situation because, you know, we're all kind of in the same situation when it comes to being used. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be used by you. I really feel like our community is being used because every time I turn around, I see the Black community being asked to come out and fight and march with people. But then when we're done fighting and marching, we just get sent back to our little hole. All right, go back. We don't need you no more until the next time. And the last time we really got up and showed our butt, showed our keister, was the George Floyd situation. And up until now, we've pretty much been hands off. We've been minding our business. We've been sitting this one out when it comes to the immigration issue. But now they're playing prison rules because there's no this is not in doubt. It's not up for debate. None of that. The liberal white woman is the leader of the woke left agenda. It just is what it is. They are the ringleader. They have been running this since the creation of feminism. And unfortunately, the vast majority of Black people fall under the liberal side of the aisle, just the way it is. Liberal white women give orders to liberal Black women. Liberal Black women give orders to children, teenagers. I love my mama. I miss mama. Dear mama. They give marching orders to pretty much everybody except the Black man, but there is still a significant number of Black men who fall under the authority and leadership of the liberal Black woman, right? But what we've seen in our time is we've seen liberal Black women kind of be pushed out the way. And so now as us conservatives fight forward, we have now arrived at the final boss. We got rid of the liberal Black women who were in charge, Kamala being the latest one to fall. You had Stacey Abrams, Nina Turner. What's that heifer down there in Atlanta? Fonnie Willis, right? Maxine Waters, that old shrub. She's all washed up and dried up. We have done a great job of getting the liberal Black women out of the way. We 10-0. You know what I'm saying? Take a lap. But now we're on the final level. Now we're hitting the final bosses. We're going up the liberal white woman ladder, the liberal white female leadership ladder, starting with these low levels and hopefully making our way all the way up to AOC and Elizabeth Warren and people like that, right? So this is what's going on. Their last line of defense is mobilizing. This woman, Renee Nicole Good, they were telling us that she lived in Minnesota and that she was a legal observer and she was just parking her car and here comes ICE. They're out here trying to bully her. But then the truth came out within the day, within a couple hours. The truth came out. First, you had the crying woman who we showed in the video earlier, who was like, no, this lady was just talking to the news. A few moments after the situation unfolded, she was like, no, that lady was the ringleader. She was the person who was leading the car of people, the caravan that was following ICE around Minnesota and purposely blocking ICE as they allowed immigrants to get away. And I think what they were doing was, I think what they're doing is this is a speculation of mine. I think what they're doing is, I think they're bringing several SUVs, one or two block the road, the other SUVs load the cars up with immigrants and then drive off. Because this is the law. ICE agents cannot arrest American citizens or put them in jail. The most they can do is detain them, call local law enforcement, but if the American citizen can provide proof of citizenship immediately, ICE has to let them go. If they commit a crime, ICE agents also can use citizen's arrest. They can detain until the local police department gets there. Then the local police department can arrest them. That's the rules. So they're gaming the rules. And this is why I'll tell you today that these cities and these states that don't cooperate with ICE, they are playing a very dangerous game with the lives of their citizens. Because if the local PD doesn't cooperate and come arrest these protesters who are obstructing justice, well, those people just get to go free. A lot of you might be wondering, why don't they just arrest these people? They can't. ICE is only authorized to arrest illegal immigrants. That is it. That is why the system is supposed to work with the state and the federal governments working in tandem. The state arrests an immigrant, violent crime, something like that, rape, murder, whatever. They are supposed to call the federal government, hand that criminal over to the feds, and the feds then imprison that person or deport them back to their homeland. That's not what's going on. The states are refusing to hand over illegal immigrants that are arrested and detained. So now the federal government has to go in itself, right? It has to go in itself and extract the illegal immigrants. And that's okay. Maybe this local government doesn't want to get involved because they make up a large part of our population, and the people who are legal, who are of the same nationality, won't vote for us. I get it. But just being a non-participant is much different from allowing your citizens to obstruct ICE, their investigations and what they're doing, and then acting like, well, we don't have any problem with that. And then you hear these guys in Minnesota keep talking like they're going to war with the federal government. What you're doing is emboldening people. Oh, my camera's blurry? Hold on. I'll get the blurriness fixed. But they're emboldening people, and people are taking more and more risk when it comes to dealing with the ICE agents. That's the big issue here. And now you have people at the point where they're losing their lives. By the way, if you call in, you're going to get a special gift from me today. Because that's how much I want to hear your opinions. If you call in, you're going to get a special gift. I just have my wisdom teeth removed, so I can't be doing as much talking as I normally do. But if you call in, you're going to get a special gift from yours truly. Call in, leave me your email in the back chat, and I'm going to hook you up. Can you please adjust that focus on there? Yep. Yeah. That looks pretty clear to me. So if you call in, hold on one second. If you call in, you're going to get a special gift. But people are taking more chances now when it comes to, dealing with these federal agents. And I'm going to tell you, like, my only act of service to these people, listen, I said this on my show last night. Hey. I said on my show last night, my grandfather used to tell me two things. He used to say, one, if you obey the law, then you got nothing to worry about. And then when I would actually disobey the law or get myself in trouble, he would say, well, you had no business being over there, wherever I was at. That's what he would say. That's what I want to say to the people who are out here risking their life trying to prove a point to the government. Or trying I don't know what, trying to stand in solidarity with a bunch of illegal immigrants. I want to tell y'all right now today, these illegal immigrants are not going to risk their life, nothing. They're not going to risk their life to defend you. They're not even going to miss a day of work to defend you. Just understand that. And so how stupid do you look going out risking life and limb for these people who know that they are wrong in what they're doing? They know they're wrong. That's why many of them are self-deporting. Your kids need you here. I got you, Alan. You already up. Hold on. Your children need you here. Your family, your wife, your husband, they need you here to take care of them. Because Renee Nicole Good is dead. Let's wait and see how long it's going to take for the illegal immigrants to start a GoFundMe to pay her for her funeral. They not going to do it. Oh, we love our neighbors. Did it? Well, hey, you must love them more than you love yourself. Because you want to use the Bible as a justification to break the law. You want to use the Bible as a justification to break the law. But I'm going to tell you something. People love using that Bible. People love using that Bible. Hold on, let's get the focus together. Okay, go back this way. Go back this way. Right there should be good. Okay. Okay. So people love using the Bible to justify breaking the law. But here's the thing. They use two scriptures. They use do unto others as you would have them to do to you. And then love thy neighbor like you love yourself. Those are the two. Looks blurry. Those are the two that, they use. But the reality is, which neighbor are you talking about? Because Mexico don't want all the citizens of the United States invading their country. So if they were truly practicing love of neighbor, why would you do something why would you do something to your neighbor that you don't want them to do to you? Venezuela don't want the Americans coming over there saying, you know what? We gon' come over there and take over all y'all business and use our big, strong American dollar to open up. That's good. We're going to use our big, strong American dollar to open up a bunch of businesses where y'all at and take over y'all economy to where y'all can't even participate. We're going to send 50 million Americans over there to take over y'all whole economy. They wouldn't want us to do that to them. They don't want us to send our children over there, our adults over there to compete with them for jobs that they don't even have. So if we're going to talk about do unto others, would you like us to take all the rapists and murderers from America and release them into Venezuela? You want us to take the Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, and the Vice Lords, and everybody else? You want us to go and just drop them off over there in Mexico? No, they wouldn't want us to do that. No, they wouldn't want us to do that. So when you talk about do unto others, stop trying to use the Bible to justify supporting criminality. Because there's another thing that the Bible says that they also want to ignore. That's why I hate when people don't really read or understand the Bible. I hate when they bring up the Bible trying to use that to justify their ignorance and their stupidity. I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that because it's just a bastardization of what it's supposed to be. But I think the scripture, before we bring my bro Alan on, I think the scripture is at Mark 12:17. What does the Bible really say? Because I keep seeing that theme is being regurgitated. The media then shot them some shit, and now they up here regurgitating. And you know how these people do, and that's okay. But if you gonna talk about scripture, then we gonna go ahead and talk about scripture then. Because y'all don't want to talk about scripture and bring that into this situation because it's really uncalled for. But if we gonna talk about scripture, as I got my boy Rob, we got a little panel in here, guys. We got to go up. Hold on one second, Alan. Let me make this last point. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about scripture, let's talk about it real quick, real fast, and in a hurry, and then you got something to use around the water cooler. So here's the scripture. Jesus is talking to the Pharisees. And if mute your mics up, mute your mic. I hear your background like that was the AC. Okay, so he's talking to the Pharisee and he's teaching because that's what teachers do. They teach, right? And so they try to trick him. And this is kind of like the trick that these protesters are trying to use on the American people. They know what the law says, but they try to catch you up on get you in a moral dilemma, right? They trying to trick you. But if you know anything about the Bible, Daniel Darby, you more than welcome to bring your ass up here and get cooked. I see your big bald head ass. But but yeah, they try to catch you up in a moral dilemma. Oh, let's bring up Jesus. These people are the most godless people on earth. The most godless people on earth don't give a damn about no Bible, nothing. Because everything they promote is condemned in the Bible. But all of a sudden, when it's useful for them, now they're going to try to bring up the Bible. Man, they don't know if they're coming or going. But let's go right here. We're going to read. We're going to get the whole context, and y'all going to learn today. Next, they sent to him some of the Pharisees and of the party followers of Herod in order to catch him in his speech. Understand that there are people who use the scriptures only as a weapon to try to catch you up and trick you, right? They only use it as a weapon to try to catch you up and trick you. And here's what they said. I like the other you better. Here's what they did. They said, on arriving, these said to him, "Teacher, we know you are truthful, and you do not seek anyone's favor, for you do not look at the outward appearance of people, but you teach the way of God in line with truth," right? You teach the way of God in line with truth. Now, notice what they said. They said, "Teacher, we know you are truthful. We know you are honest. We know you don't take sides. We know you call it like you see it, which is the way of God." Pay attention to that part. They say right here, "Is it lawful to pay head tax to Caesar or not?" Meaning your taxes. Should we pay or should we not pay? They try to get Jesus to go against the government of the time, which was the Romans. If he say don't pay, now he's committing treason against the Roman Empire, and they'll get him on that. Detecting their hypocrisy, he, meaning Jesus, said to them, "Why do you put me to the test? Bring me a denarius." That was the money of the day. It was a coin to look at. They brought one, and he said to them, "Whose image and inscription is this?" Then he said to them, they said to him, "Caesar's." Jesus then said, "Pay back Caesar's things to Caesar, but God's things to God, and they were amazed at him. The Bible says that God himself has put the people in charge of you as an authority over you. So when you go against them, if you are supposedly a Christian person, in a way, you're going against God. I didn't make the rules up. I'm just telling you the facts. You could take it or you could leave it. It ain't up to me. It's no hair off my back. Caesar said you don't interfere with ICE when they trying to arrest illegal immigrants. Caesar said illegal immigrants can't come across the border. Their Caesar over in their country says illegal American immigrants can't come across their border. But some politician who, when it comes to them personally, they're going to follow the law. They're not going to, when they talk to their kids, they're going to give their children a totally different message than you, because they're thinking, we need our kids. Our kids need us. We need our kids. We don't want them dying in the street like a dog. We don't want them getting shot down in the street. So what they do is they rile up the stooges, and the people who are stupid enough to fall for it, those are the ones who get deleted. Those are the ones who get their DNA wiped off the face of the earth. Those are the ones whose kids starve. The sins of the father go down to the son, and likewise of the mother down to the daughter. This woman is laid up dead now. Why? Because she was breaking the damn law and trying to assist someone else in breaking the law. And by breaking Caesar's law, you sinned against the God you're trying to incite or invoke when you make up excuses. And what do the Bible say about sin? The wages of sin is death. And she paid the ultimate price. I can't help her. I can't help her. I can't do nothing for her. We tried to warn her. We tried to warn her. The Bible say that life and death is in the tongue. The shit you say could cause life, or give death. For over 10 years, these Democrats have been speaking nothing but death into the people that follow them. They done got your sons out here switching. They got your daughters out here dressing up like Joe the Plumber. They got your kids out here talking about, I don't even know what I am. Mutilate my genitals. They speak nothing but death to these people in the Democrat Party. And because they're so selfish, they cannot admit they're wrong, and they will not turn around, come back, and repent. And I don't even mean that in a spiritual way. They won't turn around from the wrong path that they own, that they know is wrong. When that lady died, did you hear her wife? This is all my fault. Yeah, bitch, it is your fault. Because she was the one who encouraged Renee to go to Minnesota and go and try to obstruct ICE. They came from a whole nother state to go to war with ICE. You know that song? I fought the law and I fought the law and I fought the law and the law won. Come on now. You ain't got to be a doctor or nobody highly educated to understand that. Let's do this. We in the building. First and foremost, my boy Alan, what are your thoughts on this? First,
hey, how you doing?
First, tell me, are you with ICE or are you with Renee? And then give me your point.
I mean, I objectively have to agree with the officer. At the end of the day, that woman literally put herself out there as a human shield and to do what she did. So if that's the case, then how do you not anticipate anything to result from that? It's sad. I think the officer could have done some things to avoid that. But I think I was watching Megyn Kelly, and she was breaking down how he was injured maybe almost a year ago in a similar incident where he was dragged in a car, and they have a video of that. And his arm was mangled. And so that's also a relevant thing to this. I think people need to, the people on the left, people on the right and the left need to calm down, but people on the left especially, this militant anti-ICE stuff doesn't make sense, because all they're doing, people like Tom Homan's doing, is enforcing laws that are on the books currently. And so that being the case, to stand there and say you claim you're an observer, When you're not observing, you're literally obstructing. And then when you get caught up with obstructing and asked to leave, you don't do it, and you want to do all this revolutionary defiance. Back in the day, revolutionaries used to expect things like this to happen from time to time. And it would seem like we've raised an entire generation of people who want to be revolutionaries, but want to be armchair revolutionaries, want to be revolutionaries that get their rocks off, pushing up on authority figures, but don't expect any repercussions or blowback, especially our white liberal ones. So that's all that happened here. It's sad. I think it could have been avoided on both sides, but if you had to lean one way or the other, you got to lean in favor of the officer, because she was there to not just stop the deportation, which she has no right to do, but to obstruct a police matter, essentially.
And she didn't just try to obstruct; she tried to run that guy over.
Yeah. So I can't say that guy is 100% wrong. I think he had other options. I think he could have gotten out the way, and this situation wasn't as dangerous as the previous one he was in, where he literally was dragged. But it's I can see how that could play in somebody's frame of mind. It's like the next mofo who gets in my way with a vehicle and does that, they're getting lit up, and that's kind of what happens.
Yeah. Anybody who wants to come up, if you want your thoughts heard, super chat or come up and talk on the panel. There's only
Brandon, what's going on, brother? How you doing today?
Hold on one second. Anybody who wants to come up, hit the link or drop a super chat. We've only got 3 super chats this whole year. Y'all, we going out like that on this channel where we cooking and everybody get a chance to come up and get their opinion. Help us meet our donation goal. 5 super chats, $5. Come on, make it happen, guys. But anyway, also please like, share, subscribe if you have not. Here's the thing. I see somebody in the comments. She was sitting in her car by herself. Come up. Explain that. Because the lady wasn't just sitting in her car. The lady was instructed to if ICE walk up to you and tell you to get out the car, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna get out the car.
I'm gonna get out the car. Rob, what you gonna do?
I'm out the car, my brother. I'm out.
Master Lee, what you gonna do? Master Lee, what you gonna do? Okay, hold on. Pan-African mulattoism. Pan-mulattoism. What you gonna do if ICE walk up and tell you to get out the car?
Getting out the car, bro.
Everybody understands the rules. It's a lawful order. They've been given the authority. Caesar has empowered them to tell you get out. She was sitting in her car. Yeah, but she was told to get out. And I could understand not wanting to get out your car because maybe you're scared. She didn't do that. She threw her car into reverse. Mind you, you guys keep thinking like, and I'm going to Rob right now. You guys keep acting like this lady just met the ICE agents. They've been rolling around obstructing ICE for weeks. So ICE knows who these people are. Even the lady in the second video said no, they wanted to get her because she was the leader of the caravan that was rolling around blocking them. They know her. So it wasn't like she was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. If you're scared, go to church. Don't take your ass out in the field. She threw her car in reverse. She pointed the wheels directly at the officer, then slammed on the gas, and her wheels spun out.
I'm gonna be honest, Brandon.
If the wheels would have got traction, she would have obliterated that dude.
I'm gonna be honest, Brandon. Sometimes some people have to suffer so we can all heal.
That's true. Let's get Rob next. Then we're gonna go to you, Master Lee and Pamela. Go ahead, Rob.
The bottom line in this is people just hate law enforcement. That's just the bottom line. They feel they ain't got to do what they say. Just imagine how she was feeling at that moment. She felt on top of the world. I'm blocking ICE. I'm changing the world just for her to get killed. They just hate law enforcement. I really wanted people to be tested, though. I wanted someone to be black so we could test black people. I really did, man. I wanted that person to be black so I can see what black people do in this situation.
I'm
I
telling you
want them to
right
be
now.
tested.
I'm telling you right now. If you get your black ass out there throwing your body in the way, trying to protect illegal immigrants, don't expect me to march for you or say nothing about it.
Nope.
Because they're not going to do the same for you. That's the biggest issue. They will never do for you what black folks is trying to do for them. They'll
Can I
never.
add? Can I add something
Go
to
ahead,
that?
Alan, real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think I've always disagreed with people say that people hate police officers. I don't think anybody hates police officers, or very few and far between. I think people just hate being told what to do, and people just like to be rebellious. Because if you really hate police officers, you wouldn't call them when you need them. You know, you would try to find some other alternate means. I think people really just like in America these days, just like to, you know, be contrarian, to feel revolutionary.
Yeah. And there's definitely a difference. A revolutionary has a cause and a goal. But if you ask these people, okay, what is the end game for you? Open borders? No, they're scared. They're scared of illegal immigrants. But at the same time, if fighting for illegal immigrants means they get to go against Trump, they're going to do it. But that's why when you ask these people, well, will you let one of these dudes come live in your house? They say, hell no, because they're not going to. Go ahead. Who we got? Go ahead, Africulture.
Mic check.
I hear you.
Yeah, what's up,
Africulture, and then
man?
Sean, you next. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to pitch in, man. I think them ICE officers some hoe ass dudes. They screwed. They did some hoe ass shit, and that was
All right.
dishonorable. It was unhonorable, and they killed that woman. She was innocent. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
don't even
nah.
sound believable.
But yeah, man, she was wrong, bro. Like you can't you can't run over a regular police. You know what I'm saying? So you can't run over a citizen. Like you not supposed to use no vehicle as a weapon, bro. Like if somebody try to run you over and you got a strap legally, you probably gonna shoot their ass too, or you gonna shoot they tires out or something. You know, if you don't try to blow their car up. But I mean that's common sense, man. I don't know what these people got up their sleeve, but they definitely don't think y'all smart. Like if you falling for it, they don't think y'all smart at all, because anybody knows that was justified, bro. That was justified. And then, like the whole Bible thing, I heard what you said, if you understand, like obviously y'all don't have no understanding about whatever, y'all don't be reading or whatever. I mean, to me, in 2026, like if you got any understanding of the Bible, then you wouldn't even be using it as a weapon anyway. You wouldn't even be using it in general, because it's really obsolete. It don't really have nothing to do with what we got going on today. It don't really got nothing to do with shit. I mean, Jesus was talking to people that was in his group, his ethnic group. He wasn't worried about you niggas. He wasn't worried about it. I mean, a Canaanite motherfucker walked up to him and tried to get a healing. And he said, "You dog ass motherfucker, get away from me." He's a racist, just like you motherfuckers be talking about. So, I mean, to me, it's one thing to be a liberal and be using the Bible as a weapon, but it's another thing to just be using it in general, because it ain't got shit to do with none of us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit was justified, bro. It is what it is.
The thing is, it's like, if you're not a person who's going to ascribe to everything the Bible say, don't try to pick and cherry pick stuff out to use to weaponize against other people. I mean, one thing, they were all Canaanites technically, but what were they called? They were Jews, and what were they called? The ones who left the kingdom. What the hell
You
was
talking
they
about the
called?
Northern Kingdom?
Yeah, the Northern Kingdom.
The Samaritans?
The Samaritans.
Yeah.
Samaritans were the ones who left the worship of the Most High. So it was a Samaritan woman who came and was, yeah, exactly. But I get your point. It's like, dude, if you want to be down into that, that you want to put your mind in that paradigm, cool. But if you're not gonna ascribe to that paradigm or to those teachings, stop trying to use. You can't be talking about this is what Jesus said, and you out here voting for a little kid's genitals to get mutilated by a damn doctor so he can get rich because the kid is a little bit confused at the moment. Like that ain't the same thing, bro. You can't be voting to let rapists and PDF files into the country to prey on women and then say, what would Jesus do? Even Jesus drove the gamblers and the money changers out of the temple, and he was nonviolent, but he made a rope of whips and beat their ass. Why? Because they're just some shit that even Jesus ain't going to tolerate. So liberalism flies directly in the face of Jesus, because even he had a point where he would draw the line. These people are like anything goes. They trying to turn this bit into to Fallout.
I know one
Anything
thing.
go.
He definitely ain't. If he was around, he definitely wouldn't help none of us. He wouldn't help none of you niggas that be talking about him, because it was people in the Bible that was Poe right in front of him, and they helped him, and he didn't do shit but walk away.
He did. Stop. You didn't read the Bible enough.
He ain't do nothing. It was people right there. He ain't do nothing. He
Jesus
just
had
walked away.
Jesus had a money box. People would donate, and he would distribute that to the poor and the orphans and the widows. You got to get in your scripture, son. Get in your scripture.
Gonna have to mess with it one day.
I rarely get a win over Gito, so I'm taking it. I'm taking this one. But all right, let's go to Smartino. Go ahead, bro. Start over. You was muted. Go ahead.
Oh, I said, what's up, Brandon?
What up?
I ain't got too much to say because I ain't really political, but I feel like this is just a whole case of white people thinking they can do whatever they can do to the cops and get away with it. But
you know, I love that you bring up white people, because you know what I was thinking when I was sitting on the toilet this morning? I was like, white people only have a problem with crime when it's black people committing it. You ever notice that?
They always bring up the 13%.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up.
They only have a problem with crime. I had a couple epiphanies this morning. I'm gonna let y'all know all of them, not right now, but one by one after a while. When the immigrant is breaking the law, crossing the border, when the immigrant is over here raping women, when the immigrant is over here deleting women, when the immigrant is over here working without a work permit, all that, white people are okay with it. Not only are they okay with it, they defend it. They defend it. We want this. But let a black person jaywalk. Let a black dude walk down the street in their neighborhood past 10 o'clock at night. They calling along.
Those degenerates.
Yeah, and I always seem
what is he doing? I'm suspicious.
I always seem like the butt of the joke is on black people. Like, we're not even the ones in charge. It's not even the majority of the government. That's the white people up in there. But I feel like the butt of the joke be on the black people most of the time. If you ever notice.
I think it is, but I think we kind of put ourselves in the position to let the joke be on us. We jump out defending shit we know we shouldn't be defending. Like, look at all those black women who lost their political position. Why? Because they were advocating for incredibly unpopular things. And then when they lose their seat, their elected position, then they want to cry.
And even more locally, look at LA podcast. Like, look how dumb we be looking on there.
Dumb as hell.
I think they could work both ways, though.
What you mean?
Like, as far as you know how black people be volunteering to act like, you know, saviors, not saviors, but guardians, all this shit. I think on both ends of the spectrum in the US, I think black folks need to I'm not saying give up conservative values. I'm just saying, like, black people need to take a step back and just mind their business, you know, keep their values, but just stay back, bro. That's really how I feel. Because you know, it's people on the conservative side, on the sensible side, you know, and they be on some bullshit too. They be on biased bullshit. You know, they be wrong as hell, bro.
No, true.
We just gotta start gatekeeping. I feel like a little bit more.
You should listen. You should only be conservative or liberal as far as it benefits you. You don't need to go into the extreme where you in these freaking groups, and I don't even have Truth Social, but I'm a Trump supporter. But I didn't sign up to that shit for what? Ain't nothing in there but a bunch of fanatics. I'm not a fanatic.
Facts.
Trump does something wrong, I'm gonna go against him over it. But I wanna ask y'all this question.
Yeah.
I keep hearing people saying this is the Gestapo. This is the Gestapo, right?
Yeah.
How the hell a bunch of Holocaust deniers who hate Jews comparing somebody to the Gestapo? You go to the liberal left, they deny the Holocaust ever even happened. But then they call somebody the Gestapo. They hate Israel, but then call you Gestapo. What are you talking about?
Whatever fits their argument.
It don't
Let's
even
live.
fit. They taping shit on at this point. They gluing shit on.
What's
We
Gestapo?
live in a country with so much freedom. People just forgot to speak. I mean, they forgot to think before they speak now.
No, that's a good quote right there. That's a good quote right there. We have so much freedom. People forgot to think before they speak. Yeah, they will go against Israel, express hate for Israel, but then call you Hitler. And if you say, well, I don't have a problem with Jewish people or Israeli people, I think you're a part of the evil and all this. I'm like, dude, like, you're sounding crazy. Like, I got people bombarding me with anti-Semitic crap all day. And I'm like, you think one group of people is responsible for the fact that you're a loser? That's crazy to me. But it is what it is. Rob, you got anything else you want to add to this?
You can skip me, my brother.
Okay. Yeah, but this lady, she actually hit the cop with the car. I wonder, does anybody know that he actually got hit by the car?
Did he really? Because I didn't see
Yeah.
no like on the when I was watching the X Live. I didn't think he got hit.
No, he got hit. He got
Like
hit for sure.
His foot got ran
His
over.
leg, half his body got hit. That's why he got lifted up off his feet.
Oh, I didn't see all that. I just
You got to watch the alternate angles. I think I have it. I'll show you, because if you look at the other angles, that kind of kills the whole argument. And that's what I was looking at. Like, dude, what are y'all talking about? Y'all in here talking about some nonsense, because I ain't going to court on that, because that's a for sure loss.
Because even though I said my bad. Even though I said what I said, I don't think it was justified. That was my standpoint.
Go ahead. Why not? The shooting?
Yeah, because I didn't think he got hit. I mean,
tell us why.
To stop somebody from shooting them, from killing them. I mean, you could have just chased him down. I mean, she wasn't even supposed to. Well, yeah, she wasn't even supposed to be in the road anyway. But yeah, you could have just chased him down or something.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm not doing this to get a gotcha moment at all.
One more thing.
Do you, when someone turns a car directly at you, and then they hit the gas so hard that the wheels spin out, do you know what their intent is?
I didn't see it hit all, do all that, but one, there's snow on the ground. It was like slick, and two, she was turning out the way a little slowly from what I was seeing.
Right.
But
okay.
I don't think it was that extreme from what I was seeing.
So, okay. So we don't know this lady's intent, right? What if they would have stepped out the way? What if that lady would have hit the car in reverse and then ran him over? Then what?
But she didn't.
Yeah, she couldn't, because she got shot.
She was driving forward.
Yes, but what if they would have said, whoa, let's get out the way? And then because you do know that there was an ICE agent who did get hit by a car in Chicago. You do know that, right? A Mexican woman, ran an ICE agent over with a car.
I didn't know that.
See, they're already dealing with this crap. They've been dealing with this for the whole year. Then that same officer had got drugged earlier that day. So what you have is a situation where people are now more emboldened to run from ICE, interfere with that. Like, bro, if say your best friend was getting arrested, right? And you ran and tackled the cop, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. And white people will be like, well, he shouldn't have interfered with the arrest. But when they interfere with the arrest, all of a sudden we need to feel sorry for her. Don't ever let nobody make don't ever allow someone to make a separate set of rules for you than there are for them. That was what segregation was in Jim Crow, where white folks had one set of rules and Negroes had to abide by another set. And that's what liberals are trying to do. They're trying to divide America into a situation where certain people have to follow certain rules and other people don't. Don't ever let nobody put you in that type of situation.
Yeah, you're right. Rules for thee and not, or rules for thee and not for me.
We can hang you by the neck from a tree and kill you, and we get off scot-free. You do it to us, you getting a death penalty. Hell no. And that's what that damn Karen was trying to do. She was trying to do the same thing that Karen does, and she ain't Karen.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to get that liberal badge of honor.
Man, silly. I mean, ridiculous. What would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't have been in the snow, nigga. He was a Palestinian. That nigga was wearing sandals. He wouldn't have been even out there.
He was in the dust.
Gotta go home. Too cold. He had a jacket for sure. But yeah, they're just trying to redivide America because they got nothing else to stand on. All they can stand on is division. And these people are not together. They're out there marching. It's environmentalists out there with anti-Israel people out there with police brutality people. It's a hodgepodge, as they call
90% it. 90% white.
Shit, and 99% old, elderly. Yep. Let's play this. This gives us some angles.
Welcome back. Well, an ICE officer fatally shot a 37-year-old woman in Minneapolis yesterday. Authorities say she used her vehicle to try and run over federal officers during an enforcement operation. Take a look. The Department of Homeland Security is calling this an act of domestic terrorism. The officers were trying to get her out of the car. She ignored their order and slammed the gas pedal. And obviously, another agent saw this and reacted and shot her. President Trump posted on Truth Social, "I have just viewed the clip. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting. The president said she viciously ran over the officer." Take a look at the video from another angle. We've got a different angle here because we want to really get to the bottom of this. This is the first video that we saw where the officers are trying to get her out of the car. She ignores them. Here's another video from the front, and we actually see the car from the front actually hitting an officer in the leg, and he walks away partly limping. The video obviously is part of an investigation that the FBI is doing. Protests broke out across the country after the shooting. Several Democrats immediately called this murder, even before the investigation took place, even before the FBI could actually investigate. Joining me now is Ohio Congressman and the Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Jim Jordan. Mr. Chairman, your reaction to this deadly shooting?
Well, this ICE officer was defending himself and his colleagues, and instead of elected officials on the other side criticizing him, maybe they should stop promoting what we've seen now for this whole year, which is
they're definitely stoking the flames of like division. They don't care whether he was justified or not. All they care about is, can we use this to gain political points to win at the midterm. That's it. But if you look at the alternate angle, which that's one thing I hate about the news, they'll tell you, oh, look, we're going to show you something. And then when they show it to you, it's so damn grainy, you can't even see it. And I know for a fact, there are other angles that are way better out there than that crap that they just showed us. So they need to get their shit together. But yeah, she hit the guy in the leg. And you can tell on the other video because he lifts up off of his feet. Both of his feet come off the ground when she hit him. I'm going to try to show you the alternate angle. Any thoughts on this, guys?
Man, I seen one black person say, man, they should have shot the tires out. Man, since when they shoot tires out?
Man,
tires don't stop you from rolling.
Man,
sure don't, because you probably got run flats in the snow.
I think, like I said, I think it's all justified, man. I don't understand why the media feel like, they can make it seem like it was, wild or beyond imagination to happen. I don't understand. But to me, it just shows how stupid they think we are.
Yep. We done seen niggas get shot for way less than that. You muted,
Exactly.
Brandon.
These people know that black people are emotional, hyper emotional, and reactive, but we're learning. We're learning now. We ain't jumping out there for them no more like we used to. We're literally learning.
I very much hope so, cause man, I see a lot of people putting their capes on online. I know the online don't really mean shit. That's just a fringe representation of a population, but still, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, I found a way better video. What the hell is Fox News doing? Here you go. I'm gonna show y'all this I'm gonna show y'all the alternate angle. Right here, real quick, so y'all can see. Bro, the car hit bro to the point where it was pushing bro back. And people like, oh, I'm like, bro, what are you looking at? I'm looking at the shit clear as day. RF, what's going on with your camera, bro? Hold on. All right. I think this will get it. Hold on. Okay. Is it up there? All right, y'all gonna be able to see right now. You see it?
Yep.
Did y'all see it? Damn.
Oh yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Yep.
Up. You can see it clear as day. She hit him. She didn't even hit him. Like, what were you watching? And you
How
gotta
did he end up in the hospital?
And he was limping after it was over. He was limping hard too, like obvious limp. I'm like, she hit, bro. I could tell by the way he was limping that she had hit him. Cause I was like, yeah, she clipped, bro. But
it was hitting the agent.
Okay, so there go the agent to the right. I'm putting him in the center. He's in the center now. The agent's right there in the center, right by the black line. I'm playing. She hit the nigga. Do you see her hitting him? Do you see her hitting him? And that's when he shot her. That's when he pulled the trigger. She literally hit him. He pulled the trigger and then he shot again and again. Yeah, you hit me with a car, I'm taking your ass out too. See? Yeah. Bro leg even got kind of like bent in a weird way. I'll give it to y'all one more time. Just so y'all could
Man, after she reversed, she's supposed to put that thing in park. Instead, she went down the drive.
Bro, she hit the.
That's what killed her.
Hey, that was the coldest part when she hit the reverse.
She was just switching gears in there.
Trying to do something. She was trying to do some damage.
Hey, bro, she was malicious, bro. When she hit that reverse, I said, "Oh hell no, you!" Hey,
and then popped it back and drive.
Yeah, and then hit the gas. You made 3 horrible decisions.
Yep, they got you killed.
It wasn't like one split second decision. You made 3 horrible decisions. Right there.
I'm gonna hit that donation, Brandon. Appreciate you letting me speak.
Thank you. Damn, right there, hit him. Yep, she hit bro, and he literally pulled the trigger as soon as she hit him. They don't want to accept the truth though. Goofy ass lady. Rest in peace to her, man. You know, nobody deserves to die like that, but dude, she was trying to kill. I don't know nobody who deserves to die more than a person who's trying to kill. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's what they said.
Yeah, they should have listened to Jesus when he said that.
Yeah, exactly. You don't take no car. Driving is a right, is a privilege, not a right. And what do they tell you when you're driving? The pedestrian has the right of way. You do not point your car at no pedestrian and hit the gas. I don't care even if you like, I'm going to swoop by him and barely miss him. No, you never do no shit like that. That's like pointing a gun at yourself. Loaded or unloaded. Even when it's unloaded, you treat it like it's loaded. Costa in the building. All my all-stars is up here today. Hey man, we gonna meet every day at 12 o'clock. We probably do every other day. Y'all, 12 o'clock. We going live at 12 o'clock from now on. Fuck it.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Man,
Go.
I'm just off work.
That's the only reason I'm still around, because I'm off work. I ain't at work yet. Hey, Brandon, you want to know something crazy about this whole situation, man? I've been thinking about moving to Minnesota.
Damn.
And now that I've seen this video,
you do look Somali.
I'm for sure moving to Minnesota. You know, this lady, it's crazy. It's unfortunate that she lost her life. I don't want to see anyone get killed. But when law enforcement tells you to do something, you have to comply. If they come and yank your door, please don't try to drive off. Black people, we all know this. We've been getting lit up. We've been getting shot in our ass for 100 years because they said we tried to drive off and hit them with the car. So if you don't try to hit an ICE agent with the car, I'm pretty sure they're not going to shoot you. Yeah, you know, this isn't the first person who ICE has killed. ICE killed somebody here in Chicago last year. It didn't get this kind of coverage, did it?
No, that person probably was black.
What was that?
That person probably was black or something.
Yeah, I know. I think that was in Chicago. It was a migrant. Yeah, it was a migrant.
Minority. They don't care.
He wasn't even he's a migrant. He wasn't even supposed to be here. And he tried to ram somebody, ICE agent with the car, and they ended up killing him. So I guess that's probably why I didn't get this much coverage. This is a U.S. citizen who was killed. My thing is, if she a U.S. citizen, she a mama, she a poet, why the hell was she out there at a protest? Like, why was she not at home, put up somewhere? You out there looking for action with some kids. There's a bunch of kids out there. It ain't nobody out there with it.
She probably had her husband at the house watching the kids. Oh nah, she was married to a woman.
No, she's a lesbian.
Huh?
Her wife.
Yeah.
Listen, you could see her.
Oh wait, okay, my God, she was a lesbian.
Yeah.
But you could see her wife jump out the car.
Hey, it's all making sense now. I'm thinking she's married with a husband, but they just said married.
She got a husband that's a woman.
Okay, so it was the liberal brigade that was out there.
But did you see? Did you see her wife jump out the car?
I ain't see that part, man. I ain't see that part. When she got clapped, I'm like, oh, that's all I needed to see. You know, and I just went about my day. You know, like, hey, nothing here.
Clapped her ass like cheeks. Yeah, she definitely. Wifey hopped out the car, bro.
Those ICE agents approaching her.
Okay, look, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Wifey hops out of the whip. First, let me hop out the motherfucking whip. Or the Porsche or whatever. I forgot that song. Okay, look to the right side. Y'all can see right now. Look to the right side. Right behind this tan car. They got a caravan. So all these cars is involved blocking ICE. And then somebody said, well, she let another car go past. That was the car that was a part of her caravan. And ICE was like, we didn't have enough of this. But look behind this car right here. Watch.
Car telling the driver to get out when the driver tried to.
Wifey right there. She jumped out the car. You see her?
Yeah, I can see.
That's when an agent opens fire. You saw it there, shooting and killing the driver who has been identified.
She turned around and walked to the sidewalk. But the lady
wifey didn't jump in front of the bullet, though. You know what I'm saying? Like a man probably would have did.
Man, these people do not care about each other. These people use each other. Ain't nobody gonna take care of a broke hoe more quicker than another broke hoe. These chicks is gay for pay, bro. They know what they're doing. Wifey, no, for real. Like the wife was like, "This is all my fault. I'm the one who told her to come down here."
Well, yeah, it is your fault. You told her to come down here. Now she left in a body bag, unfortunately. Like, it's crazy because nobody showed any remorse for the people who got killed out there in Kenosha either, after they started digging up their past and shit, Kyle Rittenhouse. I think one of the guys was a pedophile or a child molester or something like that. So,
here's the crazy part. The operation they was doing down there in Minnesota was an operation specifically to get pedophiles and child rapists out of the community. Y'all didn't know that, did you?
I heard that. I heard that, bro. That's what I was gonna get at too. This is weird, bro. Like Minnesota has been in the political spotlight since George Floyd, bro. Isn't that where they burned down the precinct?
Yeah, because they got
Oh
a
my
bunch of
God.
crazy. Bro, you just lost your life trying to defend pedophiles.
I mean, that sounds about liberal to me, bro.
Make that make sense. You lost your life trying to defend a bunch of pedophiles, bro. Make that make sense. We should put that on her tombstone. Gave her life defending pervs. But go ahead.
She's gonna say I'm defending the needy taxpayers, the ones that pay taxes. That's who I was defending.
I'm
You know, they're gonna try to spin it.
Yeah, because they know that most Americans still respect the government and the Constitution. So what they do is they try to weave that in with the bull crap that they trying to do. Oh, we're patriots. We love America. They don't give a damn about America. Like, I really be like, what do you want? Like, do you want open borders? Do you want a country, that's in anarchy? What exactly do you want? Because that's all you're going to get. The stupid thing is, if the conservative lose, the Democrats themselves also lose. What's up, fool? You know me, I'm over here banging down in Belmont. Hey, is that babe? Feel it. Oh, okay. But okay, let me play this. I'm kind of resetting everything for people who don't know what's up. But I love the reaction of the TikTok. TikTok ain't going for it.
FAFO, but also my condolences. But let me just say this. If you try to run over a federal agent, you will get shot. Stop trying to spread this propaganda like ICE did something wrong. Move.
See, they really think they got Gen Z on their side. Like, oh, Gen Z, they're gonna go with us. Nah, bro, I'm raising Gen Z right now. I think it's Gen Z. I'm raising Gen Z. They don't agree with this shit that these people doing. I showed this to my daughter last night. She was like, why the hell is she trying to stop the cops from doing their job? Gen Z is not agreeing with this. So it's just this it's this hodgepodge of millennials. Wait, no, not millennials. Baby boomers and like broke millennials with like a few, the fringe of Gen Z, the very fringe, the like real fringe. Like you getting bullied after the no bullying movement. You a weirdo, but Gen Z, they're not playing with this. They're not with them on this. And they know that. That's why when you go to these protests, the protests are mostly elderly people. Oh my God, play stupid games, win stupid prize. So as you guys know, in Minneapolis, a lady was on a live. Her name, I'll post it here. On today's episode of Play Stupid Game, Win Stupid Prize, you cannot obstruct an officer's duty. You were feeling like the martyr, and so you were the martyr. You literally died for the cause. You died for the cause. And now you guys want to call it an act of domestic terrorism when that's not the fucking case. She was obstructing an ICE officer's job, their duty in Minnesota. If I did that and they shot me, oh, well, to me, because I knew that I shouldn't have been doing that. So I respect her. And again, let's be clear. Do you think that I would see ICE and not advocate for my friends, that are tax-paying, law-abiding? Absolutely. But I would not obstruct justice. That is an obstruction. Like, bro. And now everybody's on the internet all outraged. Oh my God. No, what's outrageous is ICE has a job to do. And nobody was going to feel bad for that agent if he got ran over by that car and passed away. They'd all be like, oh, it was ICE. Keep that same energy. Also saying that you're outraged about the fraud in Minneapolis, but then obstructing an officer's view because you're mad about $19 billion, but it's not adding up. So you're mad at other people for not abiding by the law, but then you obstruct justice when the law comes in. Which fucking one is? Oh man, TikTok be going up.
Just a little advice for the protesters that continue to go out and impede on ICE operations and put the ICE agents' lives at danger. Don't do that. or you're going to lose your life or get very hurt. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. You can't get in your moving weapon, and then when the ICE agent, federal officer, by the way, asks you multiple times to get out, and then you get in your vehicle and you move to hit him? Yeah, they're gonna shoot you. I don't know how much more people can dumb it down. You cannot attack federal officers. I mean, do we have to spell it for you? Do we have to sing it? You can't attack them. This is so funny to me. We had all of the Democrats last night doing their vigil for January 6th. And guess what? They were very concerned and very heartbroken about all the federal officers, what they had to go through that day, everyone there at the Capitol. But you don't give a fuck about ICE. Like, I'm so done with you all. You all need to touch grass. Your revolution isn't working.
Yeah, these are the type of women you want to raise your children. Realist.
Oh yeah.
Not no damn powder puff fairy godmother. You want someone who's like, no, you need to like use your brain, because they were doing that vigil in honor of the police officers who survived January 6th. Yeah, but y'all praising one group of federal officers while condemning another federal group of officers and creating an environment that makes it impossible for them to do their job. And it's like they have to be there. They have orders to be there. Why would you get in your car and go cross country to stop a cop from doing his job, bro? Go ahead, Rob. You was about to say something?
I was going to ask you a question. It's that liberal badge of honor. That's why she crossed country and did that. She thought she was going to get it.
Man.
It didn't turn out that way.
Motherfucker was a participation trophy. You participated,
Yeah.
gotcha. Listen, since look, it went to hey, they should get a shirt. Went to Minnesota to stop ICE and came home in a body bag. That's crazy to me. But if anybody else has some thoughts, the link is in the comments. Y'all could come up here, cook the panel. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all a bunch of haters. We love the Somalis and everybody else. We want to give the Mexicans our jobs. We want them to take our tax money and live better than we do. They roll around in Porsches and big $150,000 trucks. You riding around on a fucking tricycle talking about due process. I'm telling you, these man, listen, immigrants gonna win in America no matter what, because they still realize it's a competition. These American people think that everybody is just gonna say, you know what? They were nice enough to let us in the country. Let's just do the right thing. Hell no. You're going to be under Sharia law in 6 months.
Facts, bro. You ain't trying to be under that.
Man, crazy shit. I'm like,
because they and that's true, because they had some Muslims in Dallas, somewhere in North Texas. They was trying to make start a neighborhood or like a section or whatever, where you couldn't even move, you couldn't live there unless you was Muslim. You know what I'm saying? And they banned that shit. They outlawed it.
Right. But I bet you if you'd have had these Minneapolis liberals, they would have let them do it. Yep. They have a right to be there. They want segregation, bro. Because segregation is the only thing that racism and division is the only thing liberals have to stand on, bro. That's all they got. They got no policies. Like, I'm gonna be real. Trump got all the good policies. He hogged all the policies. So every good policy coming forward is gonna be from a Republican. The Democrats don't even want to try to play the policy game. They're just like, nah, let's just offer everybody everything they want, and hope that they don't realize that we blowing smoke up their butt. But you know, if you want to be ruled over by Andrea Ocasio-Cortez, keep going the way you're going.
She definitely gonna cut your piece off.
Bro, that lady is crazy. That lady is fucking nuts.
She gonna say, all men must cut their piece off or die.
Except for her white boyfriend.
Facts.
And they always talking about the white man, but then they got a white boyfriend. That's the part that be killing me.
Same shit with this little judge lady in Houston in Harris County, bro, little Hispanic lady. She she's super woke or whatever. But the dude she was married to was like this nerdy ass white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like this fucking laboratory coat wearing ass dude. I mean, she got divorced from him now, but that's who got her where she at. You know what I'm saying? She was riding that coattail all the way to the top.
Well, look at Ketanji Brown Jackson. Pro-black, don't know what a
Fact.
woman is. Married to a white, real nerdy
Yep.
white dude. Nigga look like Alex Trebek before he died. But guys, thank y'all for coming up, man. I appreciate y'all. And
Shizzle, dog, be safe.
thank y'all. Thank y'all, boys. I appreciate it. Let me get these super chats. Y'all came through in a major way on this video. I appreciate y'all. Every contribution is greatly appreciated. Okay, we got All Gas No Brakes for the $20 holler with the thumbs up. Shout out to All Gas No Brakes. He's a real one, day one supporter. Then we got Sucker Season LA with the $5 holler. Shout out to the bro. We need to get together today, bro. Thank you so much. Then we have Buddy Eddie with the $20 holler. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. In days past, we did dumb stuff on public roads with motorcycles. I got caught due to a blowout. I wasn't shot or mistreated as I simply accepted fate. Even had a great conversation with my arresting officer on my way to jail. Hey, it be like that sometimes. You can talk to the cops, they regular people. Whenever I go to jail, I always say, how much time you think I'm gonna get? They be like, well, we had a dude who did the same thing and he got like 3 months, stuff like that. You can talk to them. They are regular people. Shout out to my boy Dynas in the building, Trump 2028. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys with something excellent that a friend of mine sent to me today. And I think this really hit the target on the head. It's a read. It's about a 2-minute read. But if you listen to it, I think you'll be better off for it. It's a poem, I guess, called "The City That Forgot How the World Works." And it goes a little something like this. The city was once feared, not hated, feared. And because it was feared, it was respected. Because it was respected, it was left alone. Its ships controlled the river. Its banner meant consequence. Its enemies chose different routes. Its allies chose obedience. This was not cruelty. This was order. Then came the teachers. They did not carry weapons. They carried words. They said power was primitive. Strength was immoral. Dominance was shameful. They taught the children that history was oppression and that force was evil. Lower the walls, they said. It makes us look aggressive. Reduce the guard, they said. It makes others uncomfortable. Share your advantage, they said. It's only fair. So the walls cracked, the guard thinned, the armories rusted. Across the river, other cities watched in silence. They did not debate. They did not moralize. They sharpened their blades. They trained their men. They counted resources. They waited. One city downstream collapsed, rotted from corruption, misrule, and lies. Its people starved. Its currency burned. Its leaders screamed about injustice while their palaces stayed lit. And when the strong cities moved in to secure the river, the ports, the grain routes, the teachers in the old city cried out, oppression, imperialism, evil. But no one listens to weakness. No one negotiates with decay. No one respects collapse. The strong took what mattered. The weak got speeches. The river city learned the final lesson too late. The world is not a classroom. It is not a support group. It is not fair. The world is hierarchy. And if you refuse to climb it, you will be stood on. No one invaded the city out of cruelty. They came because they could. They came because it was easy. They came because weakness is an invitation. And as the banners fell and the gates broke, the people finally understood. No one is coming to save you. No one cares about your intentions. History does not protect the gentle. It records the winners. The river kept moving, the strong kept advancing, and the city that once ruled became a lesson, not because it was evil, but because it was naive. I mean, what sums it up better than that? I read that this morning. I was like, this is perfect. Because let me tell you something. The same liberals, the blue-haired freaks, the transsexuals and everything like that, calling everything oppression, and they want to kill us, and they want to do this, and Trump is evil. They'll be saying the same stuff over whoever come in this country and take it over once y'all give them the keys to the gate. They're going to say the same. Only difference is because it'll most likely be the Muslims, not the Chinese, most likely the Muslims. Only difference is they just going to kill you. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to care about what you think and how you feel today. They're just going to put you in the middle of a circle and they're going to stone you to death. Or they're going to get a bunch of clubs and start beating the shit out of you. They don't care. You're sinking the ship that you're on because you don't like who's the captain. But when the ship go down, you're going to be stuck in the water with the sharks. Negotiate with them. This is what I keep telling you. In the same politicians, the Ocasio-Cortezes, the Rand Pauls, who else? The Jamal Bowmans, the Chuck Schumers, and the Hakeem Jeffries, they gonna just bend the knee to whoever new come in the rule. They're gonna try to find a place for themselves within the new government. They're not gonna pick up a gun and fight to the death. They're gonna bend the knee and say, where can I fit in? Where can I fit in? What job can I do where I can have the same lifestyle under this new regime? Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was praising Venezuela. Then called Maduro a dictator. Then said Trump is wrong for arresting him. They get in to fit in. They get in just to try to fit in. That's it. And if you're following them, you just like what happened in Chicago, just like what's happening in New York, they come up with the bad ideas, but you always pay the price. Zohran Mamdani said he was going to make buses in New York free. They just raised the price of the bus fare in New York. Let me say that again. Zohran Mamdani ran saying he was going to make the bus system in New York free. First act this man did as mayor was raise the cost of bus fare. Brandon Johnson, the rich are going to pay their fair share. I will not raise property taxes. Brandon Johnson just raised property taxes on the poorest Chicagoans by 113%. So if your taxes last year was $10,000, your taxes now are $20,000 this year. Everything they say they're not going to do, they do it. And you, the poor, thinking you're going to get something free, you will always be the fall guy because nothing in this world is free except for herpes and maybe AIDS. And if you want to live with it, you're definitely going to have to pay. That's just the way it is. I don't know who you're listening to, and I don't know who's lying to you. But this is what these people do. They tell you what they want to, what you want to hear, knowing that what they're saying is not going to work. Somebody said they had GD on Fold Him Grave. Is Bud Yeti. Oh, Bud Yeti. Well, separate it then, fool. Nah, I got it now. I won't mess up again, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the $2 holler. Got another super chat. Thank you, Robert B. Thank you for the $10 holler. Black people won't get it till it's too late. The Democrats got them in a Brandon Full Nelson. Appreciate you letting us talk. For sure. We're going to be in Africa, though, partying with naked chicks. Thank you so much for watching this show. I appreciate everything you do for the channel. Till the next time, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.